One of the epiphanies I had whilst working really hard in my career is actually working hard isn't the only thing that you need to do. And actually you need to put into place some good habits and build some strategic relationships. But it's easier said than done, right? In this video, I'm going to explain why we're resistant to putting habits in place, how to do it, and how to put some really strategic habits in place that are going to build the relationships you need. They're going to fast track your career, get you to the next level. My name is Laura Chattington, and we help professionals who feel like their careers are plateauing or they're not progressing fast enough to really elevate themselves in the workplace and fast track their career. So if you're feeling stuck or overworked or underpaid, then and you want to get to the next level, you want to fast track your career, you want to upgrade your title within, and start doing that in the next 3 months, then check out our free masterclass, which is a link under this video. It's a link under this video, and you just click on it and then you can get to the masterclass. That's activatemycareerlive.com. Now in this video, we're going to talk about how we're resistant to those habits, how to put them in place, how to build those relationships, and how to upgrade your career. How many times have you set a New Year's resolution like, I'm going to go to the gym more, I'm going to eat more healthily, I'm going to find a partner, I'm going to clear out my bedroom, I'm going to make sure that we get that thing fixed in the shower, I'm going to make sure I get the next level in my workplace, I'm going to change my job, I'm going to find a way that means I can spend more time on this area of my job. Whatever it is, how did it go? A study said, and I think it was the University of Scranton, that only 8% of people actually complete their resolutions, achieve their resolutions. And yeah, stuff comes up, right? Stuff comes up all the time. Like we have to do more work than we expected. We take on more responsibility. The resources there at home, and actually we hadn't realised that every weekend was booked and we weren't able to sort that house thing out. Whatever it is, stuff comes up. But you know what's even sadder, or I think it's sad, is that by 2 weeks, just 2 weeks, 70% of people have given up on their New Year's resolution. So within 2 weeks, just given up. So what's the difference between those who actually achieve their goals and those who keep making excuses? Your brain is getting in the way of your success. It is. We're naturally wired to resist change. It's our survival mechanism. And we want things that are the same, that are familiar, that we recognize. And so we resist anything that is different to that. We resist change. So you're probably asking, how do I ever make any changes if my survival instincts, my internal mechanism is to resist any change? Well, that's a great question. And it's a question that there is also good news. So the good news is because we're creatures of habit, we can make small changes and create small habits to get to where we want to get to. And it means that those who fail are so stuck on their specific goals, they're not putting the changes and the tweaks to the way they do things on a smaller scale to enable them to get the results that they want. And when you can make the small changes, when you put these small changes in place, the news is even better, because we then, once we get those small changes in place, we then go on autopilot. And we go on autopilot and we start not thinking about the habits that we changed and put into place. We start doing them automatically. And that gets us from the dreaming state of I want to be X, Y, and Z, I want to do X, Y, and Z, I want to dry January, I want to achieve X, Y, and Z in my career, takes us from that sort of dream state to the doers place, the people that get things done, the people that create the habits, the small changes in place to get exactly to where they want to go. So what I'm saying is you need successful habits in order to achieve your goals. And yes, sure, people around you put loads of resistance up, don't they? Like, oh, I don't know if you should be doing that. We don't, they don't want you to change because it makes them feel uncomfortable. But like the very successful speaker Brian Tracy said, he said, successful people are those with successful habits. And someone else said, what got you here won't get you there. I'm going to say that again. What got you here won't get you there. Now, do you know what one of the key habits to have that is going to help you create senior stakeholder relationships, fast track your career, is having those habits in place to develop the right habits, the right small steps to create those relationships that compound over time and build those relationships with senior stakeholders. And to do that, you need a system, you need a plan that you haven't Googled and found something on Google saying, these are the steps you need to put in place to create senior stakeholder relationships and communication. It's a plan that has been implemented before. It's a plan that works. It's a plan that uses a lot of skill and systems that are effective and influence that is going to help your senior stakeholder communication. And it is a plan that is going to position you with authority in the workplace. Because that's ultimately what you need to do, that communication within the workplace, positioning you as an authority, as somebody that is the go-to person for whatever it is that you do, that is going to enable you to create that senior stakeholder relationships, implement that plan so that you have authority and influence, and that really helps facilitate your career. So what got you here isn't going to get you there. You need a different plan, a plan for senior stakeholder communication. So what's in the plan? What is in this plan that is going to help you communicate effectively to senior stakeholders? Well, there's a lot of things that are in the plan, and it starts with who are the key people that are going to help you get to exactly where you want to get to. So in your workplace, who are those key people? And with those key people, it's also, how do you influence those key people? How do you create relationships? How do you develop those relationships? You've got to think about what are the benefits that you can bring to that person, to that relationship. What's the value you can add? How do you influence them? Maybe there are people in your network that can help you do that. And how are you going to communicate to them consistently? Because when you're front of mind for them, then you are going to be, that's going to help them focus on what you need and facilitate your career. And you need to do it in a tactful way that isn't asking them for stuff. It is giving them value, seeing how they can, get value from the interaction, and being front of mind so that you are always present as the person that does whatever it is you do. And so you need to put into place a communication sequence that is, regularly keeping them up to date, regularly interacting with them, or giving them what they want so that their natural response is to help you get what you want. So doing it strategically. And you've got to think about their pain points. What are they looking for? What is it that you do that helps them it helps them in their career, in their role. Because you're not going to be them, but you can provide value to them. So thinking about what is that value provide that they're going to be interested in. And by putting in place this plan and executing the plan and building the relationships from a strategic perspective is really going to help you facilitate your career and fast track your career and get you that upgrade in your title. So having this strategic plan, going from working really hard all the time, head down in your career, to having this strategic plan in place to communicate effectively with senior stakeholders is key to moving into that more strategic professional approach to your career. And if you feel like you're stuck or you're underpaid or overworked and you want to be on your way to getting to the next level, getting an upgrade to your title in the next 3 months, then check out our free masterclass. And the link is going to be under this video, but it's www.activatemycareerlive.com. That's www.activatemycareerlive.com, or click on the link below this video. And to help you, we put out lots of content all the time, and there should be a video coming up right now on one side of me, and I can never remember which side, I think it's that one, on how to communicate confidently when you're interacting with these senior stakeholders. And also, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, because then we can interact and you'll get all the updates and all the new videos that are coming out. So check out the video on confidence, subscribe to the channel. I really look forward to seeing you in the next video, and hopefully I'll catch up with you soon.